Genic, ingenious supplies.
What's up, Spikes? Welcome back to the Spike Feeders World Headquarters here in lovely Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada.
We're keeping it.
Today we are playing the alternate commanders from the Duskmourn Precons, but, you know, we heard some complaints last time. We've had these feelings when we were playing the Precons as well, and the way that we usually do. Just switching the commander doesn't really work sometimes, you know? So these are actually brewed up decks to play around the alternate commanders. From Duskmourn, thank you to our sponsor, number one Game Genic playmats, sleeves, deck boxes for your deck boxes. Ask your local game store if they have Game Genic products, and if they don't, ask them really nicely to get them in and tell them the Spike Feeder sent you. They won't know who we are, but you can do that anyway. Second, Burrito Splendido. They feed the Spikes. I love queso. I love guacamole. I love burritos. If you're in the Winnipeg area, Manitoba area, check them out. If you're not, come on down. It's a great excuse to come to Winnipeg to get a burrito.
Highly recommended.
And third, thanks to Wizards of the Coast for sending us these early so that we can bring you this great content. I won the die roll. My name's Elliot, and I won the die roll.
Yeah, that doesn't happen.
I just want everybody to be clear on that. I am playing the Master of Keys, the alternate for the Esper deck. It's still enchantment-based, but it's much more, dump all of them in the graveyard, whereas Aminatu is miracling them. So my commander says each enchantment card in my graveyard has escape, and the escape is equal to the mana value, and then exiling 3 cards. So I'm going to try to do a lot of self-mill and enchantment reanimate-mint.
Hi.
I did that too. Whenever somebody sits beside Jay, they just get inspired. They just get possessed by the spirit.
I'm Jim. Today, it wouldn't be a spooky set if I wasn't playing a spooky deck. And my spooky deck today is every editor's nightmare. It is Kianne, Corrupted Memory. We've run into that a lot, and it sucks. So this is a Simic deck. It's a really cool one, though. Basically, every time I draw a card, I'm going to alternate between having an even and odd powered commander, and then that is going to determine whether I can cast creatures or non-creatures with Flash. So that's kind of what this deck is designed to do. I'm going to draw a lot of cards and cast a lot of things with Flash.
Scary.
Powerful.
Hi, Jerry here.
I like that he doesn't shy away from it anyway, even when we make fun of him for it, you know. It's great.
So some people know me as Sir Jerry, the Lord of Corn.
Yes.
Right?
Sure.
Well, today I'm playing the commander, Sir, the Lord of Pain.
Sir, this is a Wendy's.
The Lord of Pain. A Rakdos deck, right? So what are Rakdos known for? Ouchies, pain, suffering.
Lords.
So, Lords. So this deck, what it wants to do is just cause extreme pain and suffering for everyone other than myself. So what we're going to do is deal damage and cause damage and more damage. Basically, I want this to be a category 9.8 on the Richter scale, and that's what we're going with today.
A natural disaster. But speaking of unnatural disasters, I'm Bill. And today I'm playing Rendmaw Creaking Nest. This is the alternate commander for the Golgari Precon, and I think this card is actually unbelievably cool. He's a 5/5 with Menace and Reach, and whenever he enters the battlefield, and whenever you play a card with 2 or more card types, so for example, an artifact creature, an enchantment creature, that sort of thing, each player creates a tapped 2/2 black bird creature token with flying, and those tokens are goaded for the rest of the game, which means that my birds can attack freely. Your birds can't attack me. So I'm hoping to be able to just pump the board full of birds, Alfred Hitchcock style, and just make you guys do all the dirty work.
I like it.
Me too.
Yeah, there's a lot of words on that guy, huh?
A lot of birds on that
A lot
guy.
of birds on that guy. And if you want... No, wait, that's the end of the game. Let's crack into our Game Genic Squires and get this party started. Alrighty, so I'm drawing a card to start us off here. I've got a Hall of Heliod's Generosity.
How
I will
generous are you?
pass the turn. For myself, very. For you, not.
Fair.
I will draw a card. I'm going to play this Rejuvenating Springs. I'm not giving any of you a chance.
Dang it.
You're stuck with me. I'm not stuck in here with you. You're stuck in here with me.
The soul.
I'm going to play this Soul Ring. Pass.
Untap, upkeep, draw. All right. I see that.
Okay.
I'm going to play a swamp and do the favorite 1 black mana spell of anybody ever, Dark Ritual.
Oh,
Kind of a soul ring.
okay.
So I've got 3 black mana. Can you keep track of Storm?
Okay. 1.
I'm going to use 2 of it to play out an Arcane Signet.
2.
Uh-huh.
I'm going to tap Arcane Signet for a... Yeah, it can do this. Red.
Uh-huh.
Using the black mana, I'm going to play an Artist Talent and pass the turn.
Storm count 3.
Thanks, man.
Okay.
I appreciate you tracking that for me.
What does Artist Talent do?
Whenever I cast a non-creature spell, you may discard a card. If you do, draw a card, and I could level it up a couple of times. And when I level it up, I'll let you know.
Thanks.
Unless you ask specifically before then.
I won't.
Well, I'm going to draw a card, and my turn is significantly worse than everyone's except for Elliot's. I'm going to play this Old Growth Grove tapped and pass.
That is worse than Elliot's.
It's better than mine. It's both of your
taps.
colors.
Tapped.
Yeah, but it taps for colored.
I'll
It's
draw.
fine.
I've got a basic island, and everybody ramping over here. I'm going to try as well. Talisman of Hierarchy, the Orzhov Talisman. Pass the turn.
Okay. Not tap. I will draw a card. I'm going to play this island. And I'm going to cast a Growth Spiral.
He's popping off, hey?
I will
off.
draw 1 singular card. And I will put a land from my hand onto the battlefield. This actually enters untapped because I control 2 or more other lands. This is...
Oh my goodness.
Unconscionable.
I'm going to tap 3 and cast
God.
Decanter of Endless Water.
Okay.
I don't want to pass. I have no max hand size.
Untap, upkeep,
Will.
draw.
But 3 mana rocks are unplayable, so...
Yep.
I'm going to play a Seer Step Pathway. I'm going to tap 3 mana to level up my Artist's Talent.
Say, Jer,
Yeah.
what does that do at level 2?
Well, at level 2, non-creature spells I cast cost 1 less to cast.
Interesting.
Powerful.
Go ahead.
I'm going to untap my singular permanent and draw a card.
Just good old-fashioned magic over here from Bill LePage,
I'm going to play this Forest as my land for the turn.
Also, notably, this is level 2.
Oh, you're right.
True, cheating.
I'm going to pay a green for an Essence Warden. Whenever another creature enters the battlefield, I gain 1 life.
Any other?
Any other creature, yes.
Busted. I thought you were the one doing fair stuff over here, huh? I'll draw for turn. Like my good friend Jim, I also have 2 or more other lands, so I'd like to play this Shattered Sanctum. And then, this one's kind of an all-star, actually. This makes a black, so I don't have to take a damage. Black Market Connections. This is Phyrexian Arena on crack cocaine. So I get to choose 1 or more. Create a treasure token, lose 1 life. Draw a card, lose 2 life. Make a 3/2 colorless shapeshifter creature token with changeling and lose 3 life. And that is at the beginning of my pre-combat main phase that I get to make those decisions. Pass.
Okay. I'll untap. Draw a card. Well, I'm a little sad because I missed my land drop.
Oh, no. A tragedy for you.
I'm going to cast Arcane Signet.
Oh, no.
I'm going to tap 4 and cast my commander.
I'll gain a life. Unless it's getting
Kianne,
countered.
Corrupted Memory.
I'm not countering it, so it will enter and Bill will have an Essence Warden trigger.
Hell yeah.
But
Okay. So Kianne's power is currently even, so I can currently cast non-creature spells as though they had flash.
okay.
I will then pass the turn.
Untap, upkeep, draw. I will play Tainted Peak. And I'm going to tap 4 mana, Arcane Signet for a red, Tainted Peak for a colorless, so I don't take pain.
Jared, I just want to say,
This is not a pain.
this is not a Land of War Wastes.
It can
I'm
tap
calling
for
it out
whatever you
early.
want.
You're welcome, Phil. Wherever you are.
That's hilarious.
God rest his
Anyway,
soul.
so we're going to tap that for a red because I can.
Oh,
You can.
Sure can.
And because it costs 1 less, I'm going to play a Rite of the Raging Storm. So creatures named Lightning Ranger can't attack me or Planeswalker I control. So you read that and you're like, that's not great. However, at the beginning of each player's upkeep, that player creates a 5/1 red elemental creature token named Lightning Ranger. It has trample, haste, and at the beginning of your end step, sacrifice this creature.
Okay.
So Bill's going to be gaining life off of all those. So we're all attacking Bill, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. What? Yeah. What? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, 6 mana.
Yeah. Anyway, I would like to pass my turn.
Yeah. Untap.
Upkeep.
Oh, you gain a life.
Trigger.
Oh, I gained a life.
That's pretty good. 42. Whoa. That's
card.
2 more life than anybody else at the table, bud.
I'm going to play this forest, which will then allow me to play this Dryad of the Elysian Grove.
You gain a life.
I gain a life from that.
Interesting.
43. As my second land for the turn, I'm going to play this Twilight Mire.
Doesn't gain a life from that.
Does not gain a life from that. Combat, attack, James for 5.
What?
Trample haste.
Take 5.
Pass.
All right, I'll untap.
Okay.
I'll go to my upkeep.
Okay.
Black market connections will trigger.
Sorry, this triggers on top of that.
Oh, okay. I'll make a lightning rager.
Trigger.
I'll gain a life.
44? What the heck? Okay. I've got a decision to make here.
Bill.
My decision is that I am not a coward. I am going to lose 6 life.
Okay.
Going to 34 to make a treasure token, draw a card, and make a 3/2 colorless shapeshifter creature token with changeling.
Trigger.
Then I'd like to draw for my turn.
Oh.
Next up, I will play Basic Plains as my land for
Pretty
turn.
basic of you.
Thanks, gamer. I'm going to do some rude stuff, I think.
Why?
Because I can.
Oh.
So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to head out straight over to combat and attack Bill.
Okay, go to 40.
Then I'm going to move to my second main phase.
Ooh. Scandalous.
Next, I'm going to use the alternate casting cost of one of these new cards here. So blue, colorless, sack this treasure for a blue. It's a new mechanic called Impending.
Oh.
So I'm going to put this Overlord of the Flood Pits on suspend, essentially. So it's going to enter as just an enchantment, not a creature. It has 4 time counters on it, and they'll get removed in my end step. Interesting. That's not like suspend at all, actually. It will eventually be a flying 5/3, but currently it is just an enchantment that says when it enters or attacks, draw 2 cards, then discard a card.
Okay.
Draw 2. I'm going to discard this basic plains. And then I'm going to continue to do rude things to my friends. Jim, how much power and or toughness does your commander currently have?
2 and or 2.
Well, this Lochthwain Scorn says target creature gets -3/-3 until end of turn, and I gain 2 life.
I decline.
Okay.
I would like to respond.
Yes, you may.
I'm going to flash in wizard class.
Nice.
Oh.
Nice.
I have no max hand size.
Oh, very good.
That resolves.
Okay.
To the
my virtue of persistence is on an adventure.
And you gain 2 life.
And I gain 2 life, back up to 36. And then I will go to my end step. Sacrifice this.
Okay. Untap.
Oh, sorry. This also loses a
I've already-
time
I've
counter.
already-
yeah, too late.
Would you like to enter your upkeep?
I would love to. Thanks, Trey.
Lightning Rage!
Lightning bolt.
Okay. I
Bill
will,
gains a life.
Yes. 41.
I will draw a card for my turn.
This game's a little off the rails already, huh?
Yeah.
I love it. OG Spikes.
I could just cast my commander again.
Oh.
That's why I figure it's like not the worst thing I've ever done to you.
I'm going to tap 6.
5, 6.
6.
Yep.
To cast AC.
Oh, yeah. Huh?
I will gain a life.
Yep, 42.
Sure, 42.
That's 5/5. Lets me play an additional land on each of my turns, and then whenever a land enters the battlefield under my control, I can draw a card. Bill?
37.
And then I'm going to pass the turn, Lightning Rager.
I'm gonna untap, upkeep, Lightning Ranger.
It's not a land.
Lightning Ranger is angry.
Sorry. Gain a life. 38.
Yeah.
You know, Bill, You're right.
Essence Warden.
I would like to draw a card.
Uh-huh.
Oh. I'd like to play a swamp. I would like to cast my commander, the Lord of Pain. ETBs?
Mhm.
Oh.
Trigger.
Oh, my opponents can't gain life.
Yeah. It
Trigger
still does
resolves.
trigger.
Trigger resolves.
Yes.
Trigger resolves.
Trigger resolves. Your life total?
38.
Ah, it stayed the same.
Yes.
Interesting.
Oh, weird.
I'd like to move to combat.
Uh-huh.
Jim?
What?
Oh.
Want to block?
30.
I will then pass my turn.
I'll untap. Move through my upkeep.
Lightning Ray!
Give. Trigger. Draw card. I'm going to play this Tree of Tales as my land for the turn. Would have liked to keep that until after Rendmaw was on the field, but I need it in order to put Rendmaw onto the field. Trigger. I have cast a 5-drop.
Elliot, take 5.
Nice. 31.
I'll remember that, buddy.
Rendmaw ETB. Everybody makes a bird. Tapped 2/2 bird. Here you go. That's for everybody. Trigger Essence Warden 4 times, and I'm not crying. You're crying. I will be moving to combat, and this Lightning Rager is going to attack Elliot for 5.
26.
Then pass the turn.
Untap. Upkeep.
Lightning
Rager.
All right. Then I'll draw for my turn because we actually did this incorrectly last time. Then pre-combat main phase, this Black Market Connections will trigger. I'm a little bit more of a coward this turn, so I don't believe I'm making another shapeshifter, but I will still pay 3 down to 23 to recreate this treasure and draw a card. To complete my collection here, I will play a basic swamp.
Ooh,
Yeah.
perfect.
What's it like to... So, anyway.
What were you about to say?
Here, Mom. I'm going to head over to combat. This bird is going at Jerry.
Smart.
The Lightning Rager cannot go at Jerry, so it will go... Bill.
33.
Post-combat main phase. I am once again sacrificing this treasure, going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, cracking the treasure for a second blue. I'd like to cast Kiora Best's the Sea God.
Trigger.
Lord of Pain
7.
trigger. Yeah.
Bill.
Boy.
God, that's just so much fun.
27. 26.
26.
When my Kiora Best the Sea God enters, it's a saga. I'm going to put it on chapter 1 and make an 8/8 Kraken creature token with hexproof.
So many.
Essence Word and Trigger.
Stop.
Chapter 2 is tap all non-land permanents target opponent controls. They don't untap during their controller's next untap step. And Chapter 3 is gain control of target permanent, untap it. Yeah. We're going to hope to get there. But for now, I am ending my turn, ticking this, and sacrificing the Lightning Rager.
What phase are you in?
Elliot's end step.
How is your stuff untapped then?
I untapped it in his end step. I would like to move to my upkeep.
Lightning Race!
Jerry, my guy.
I have a lightning rager.
Oh, do you? Couldn't tell.
Yeah. Okay, I'll draw a card for my turn. Okay, I'm going to tap 5. This is 4. This is the 5th. I would like to cast Psychosis Crawler.
Elliot.
Oh, that's how he feels, huh? I go to 18 off of Jim's 5-drop.
That only triggers on the first spell each turn.
First spell.
Each player's first spell.
Okay, cool. I'm going to play an island, trigger AC, draw a card. You each take 1. I would like to tap 2 to cast Whirlpool Rider.
Oh.
When it comes into play, I'm going to shuffle the cards from my hand into my library, then draw that many. I have 2.
Yeah.
So I've shuffled my hand into my library, and I'm going to draw 2 cards, trigger Psychosis Crawler another 2 times.
23, 15,
35, 23.
I would then like to play my second land for turn, which will trigger AC to draw me a card, which will trigger Psychosis Crawler one more time.
22, 14, 34.
Combat. Bill, this lightning rager is coming at you. Jerry, the bird is coming at you.
No blocks.
No blocks. 17 for me.
17. Then I think I'm just gonna pass. Lightning rager.
Untap. Upkeep. Trigger. Lightning Rager.
At least it stayed on the table this time.
Draw a card for turn. Ooh, that's unfortunate. How about we just go into booter drive?
We weren't already there?
No.
Yeah, what?
Brother, I'm
what
at
are you
14.
talking about?
It's almost over.
I'm gonna tap 5 mana, notably 3 red.
Okay.
Kiki Jiki?
No, I think it's much worse than that.
Fiery Emancipation.
Oh no.
Yeah, brother.
Triple?
So I'd like to trigger the Lord of the Pain. So notably, it's cast, so this isn't on the battlefield.
Okay, good.
GM, take 6.
Yeah, I'll go to
24.
24.
I would then like to proceed to combat. Jim, I'm swinging at you with Lightning Rager and a Flying Burb.
Well, I have to take the bird. I think I'm gonna block the lightning rager with Whirlpool Rider.
Fair.
Okay.
So I've blocked 1 from the lightning rager.
Yep.
So 4 tramples over. That's gonna get tripled to 12. And then I'm taking the bird in the air. That will also get tripled to 6. That's 18 total. I'm gonna go to 6.
Holy smokes.
I will pass the turn.
Okay. Untap. Upkeep.
Lightning Rager!
I don't want it! Draw.
Holy.
Please be a land. Please be a land. No. No.
Okay.
Well, I mean, I can do something. I have no idea if it's good enough, but I'm going to pay 3. Actually, I'm going to do it the other way because I'm going to game Jerry's commander. I'm going to pay 2 for this rampant growth.
Smart.
Trigger, deal 6 to Jim.
Yeah, I'm dead.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, but that was the best I could do. So after Jim dies, I'm going to search for a basic land, put it into play tapped. So off this rampant growth, I'm going to find this swamp and put it into play. Then, now that the Lord of Pain trigger has ceased, I'm going to pay 3 for this Grist the Hunger Tide.
Oh.
So it doesn't count as 2 things because it's only as long as Grist is not on the battlefield that it's a creature. So I'm going to just -2, sacrifice this Lightning Rager to kill your Lord of the Pain.
Ooh.
Oh.
We're
Smart.
gamers.
Yeah, you may sacrifice a creature when you do destroy target creature or planeswalker. Then I will move to combat and attack Jerry for 2 because that must attack, and I think that's
Get the Rendmaw in there, no?
well,
Make more birds? Maybe that's bad for you.
it's only enters in whenever I play.
Well, you get more Essence Word and triggers.
Oh, no, it
Yeah.
doesn't.
You
It
can
only
gain life
makes...
Yeah, but I can't make more guys
It
right
makes
now.
when play. I thought it was attacks.
Yeah, no, it's enters and play.
Never mind. Sorry.
I kind of need to block this Rite of the Raging Storm.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm just gonna attack for 2 with the bird.
30.
I will pass the turn.
Untap. Upkeep.
For here.
Lightning Rager!
Thanks, pal. Bill, you gain a life.
Woo!
Oh no.
18.
Untouchable.
Untouchable. Out of reach.
Draw for turn. Pre-combat main phase. This card sucks. None? Am I really choosing none? How much does that suck? None of this stuff gains me any life or anything. Like, holy smokes. I have decided that if I'm gonna go out, I'm not going out like a chump. I'm taking 6.
Go to 8.
I will go to 8. I will create a treasure. I will create a second 3/2 shapeshifter with changeling, and I will draw another card. I will tick up my Saga next in my pre-combat main phase here to tap all non-land permanents that Bill controls, and they don't untap during their controller's next untap step.
Bill and Elliot are going to have a couples plot in the cemetery, and Elliot's epitaph will say, went out, not a coward. And Bill's is going to say, but he still died.
Next.
We're gonna have a talk about this later.
Oh, are we? Yeah, that's fair, gamer. Next. Basic Island as my land for turn. Combat. I would like to attack Jerry for this is 10 and Bill for 5.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
I'll go to 13.
Post-combat main phase. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Using the talisman for a colorless, the treasure makes my 3rd white. I'm going to cast Cavalier of Dawn. It is a 4/6 with vigilance, and when it ETBs, destroy up to 1 target non-land permanent. Its controller makes a 3/3 colorless golem artifact creature token. When this dies, I return target artifact or enchantment card from my graveyard to my hand. I would like to kill the Rite of the Raging Storm.
I think that's the correct choice.
I will create a 3/3 golem, please.
You sure do, buddy. Indeed. Then I would like to move to my end step, sacrifice this Lightning Rager, and tick down this Overlord to 1.
Jared doesn't know what to do with this.
I know. I'm real sorry for you, pal.
Can we move to my turn?
You sure can, buddy.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, no problem. bud.
Untap, upkeep, draw.
So I was so used to ignoring these Essence Warden triggers with Lord of the Pain in play that I didn't realize that I actually gained 3 life, 1 off the Shapeshifter, 1 off of Cavalier, 1 off the Golem, so I'm actually at 16.
Put that in your math.
What does Cavalier do when you die again?
When it dies, I return target artifact or enchantment card from my graveyard to my hand, of which there are currently none.
I'd like to move to combat.
Mhm.
I'd like to swing my Burb at Elliot in the air because it has to.
Yep.
Please take 6, Elliot.
I go to 2.
I would then like to tap 5 mana and play a Brash Taunter.
Yeah. Yeah, super cool. That's a good one.
Oh, it's so
Go ahead,
good
Bill.
with Fiery Emancipation.
Okay, I'll untap all of my non-land permanents, don't untap, including Grist. She's having a nap.
She's having a nap. She's just having a little nap.
Oh, Brash Taunter gains me a life. Go to
There we
17.
go.
Oh, truing.
Draw a card.
Is it a land?
It is. It's a Darksteel Citadel, so that will trigger Rendmaw
Oh,
gain you
everybody
3
gets
life.
and gain me 3 life. So yeah, each player makes an additional bird.
Additional tapped Burb.
And you go to 20.
Yeah, he's
Can I go
out of
20?
reach, man.
20. This turn's actually really good for me because of that land, because I'm also going to tap 3 for a Pharika, God of Affliction, which will trigger Rendmaw once again, gain me 3 more life.
23.
23. Then I'm going to tap 4 and cast Erebos, God of the Dead. Since this is a play trigger, this will trigger even though he doesn't come in as a creature. So we will all make another bird each, and I will go to 26.
Holy.
Woo!
winning.
Pharika, as mentioned, is a creature.
Indestructible.
Indestructible 5/5.
Yeah.
I will also tick up Grist, because even though she's napping, I create a 1/1 black and green insect,
Gain a life.
which gains me a life. Mill a card, and then if it's an insect, I get to repeat that. It is just a swamp. So I just make 1 deuter, and then I will pass the turn.
Remember when Bill was on bed?
Yeah, I do. I will untap.
Elliot, you want to just swing at me with an 8/8 non-trample?
I kind of do.
Yeah.
Yeah. In my upkeep, nothing happens. I will go to my pre-combat main phase. I'm at 2. And, I draw a card for my turn. Now I'm in my pre-combat main phase. I will not be paying any life to Black Market Connections. I would like to tick Kiora Best the Sea God up to Chapter 3 and gain control of target Fiery Emancipation.
Does that not read tapped permanent?
No.
Am I
Just
mistaken?
target permanent.
Then I will sacrifice the Kiora Best the Sea God. Let's see, shall we? I've got an island. I don't think it ends up mattering, but I'm going to do what I can here. Jerry, I have to attack you with all 4 of these birds because
is
they
so
are
rude.
goaded. Bill, I'm attacking you with the 8/8, 2 3/2s, and a 4/6 with vigilance.
Interesting. I'll block the 8/8 with this 1/1 insect. Thank you for your service. And then
It takes 24.
oh damn! And then I'll block Cavalier of Dawn with my 5/5 indestructible.
Seems good.
And then I will be taking 12 from these shapeshifters.
They are 3 2s, so
Yes.
you are taking
Or sorry, 18.
6, 12, 18.
Yes.
Down to 9.
9 life points.
Jerry's taking 24 from the birds and unfortunately dying and taking
Rip.
his fiery emancipation with him.
Rip, Jerry.
I've got to try to do something to live here, so I've got white 1, 2, Starnheim Courser. It is a 2/2 with flying. Artifact and enchantment spells I cast cost 1 less to cast. That's right, you gain a life.
I get a life.
Then I've got a witness protection for your Rendmaw. He is now a 1/1 legitimate citizen.
Oh, legitimate business person.
And then I must also Darksteel mutation your Pharika.
Huh.
Okay.
Okay. And then I will move to my end step and remove the last impending counter from Overlord of the Flood Pits.
Okay.
He is now a 5/3 with flying.
Excellent.
Go ahead.
I will untap.
Can you yell too?
I think so. I'll untap. I think I'm just going to be casting this Funeral Room with Awakening Hall being locked, if I may have a locked token.
You may.
But this reads, whenever a creature I control dies, each opponent loses 1 life and I gain 1 life. I'm going to minus Grist to sacrifice this Dryad of the Elysian Grove to kill your Overlord of the Flood Pits, which will trigger the Funeral Room. You lose a life, I gain a life.
Elliot goes to 1, Bill goes to 11.
11. And then I will move to combat and attack you with 4 of these birds in the air.
Yep, I can block 1 and take 6 and die.
Okay.
Yeah.
That is not how I saw that game going.
At no point during that game did I make an accurate prediction about how it was going to play.
I thought that when I was stealing the fiery emancipation, I could win. But because I Cavalier of Dawned the Lightning Rager first, I didn't have anything trampling to kill Bill with.
Yeah.
If I had the Lightning Rager token, he takes 15 trample and dies.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, I got out to an extremely early, very strong start. Obviously, had a ton of mana rocks, and then drew into more in my first 2 draws.
Yeah.
I had the Soul Ring opener. I had the Decanter in my opening hand as well as the Growth Spiral, and then I drew into the Arcane Signet on my second turn. Wild opening hand, but getting my commander Doombladed. I don't think the commander would have done a ton different. I could have gotten it right back out, but I felt that the AC was more impactful, and I'm pretty sure it was.
Yeah.
I think so,
So-
too. Yeah.
Yeah. Jared, what did you think of Lord of Pain?
I'm not one to play Rakdos decks, like just decks that just win on damage. It's just, I like to just do random things on my board. That was sick.
The commander is powerful.
Yeah, just the fact that, I thought it was a random effect. Well, spoiler alert, when I first read the card, I didn't actually read the card, and I thought it was going to be a random other player. The fact that you get to choose is dumb.
Yeah.
Because it's just like, pew, pew, pew,
Yeah.
pew, pew,
Just
pew, pew, pew. Anyway.
like
However, I will say an interaction I noticed is this says player, and I was a little scared because if it ever got down to me and one other player, and I had a fiery emancipation out, so Lord of Pain is a source I control. It reads player, and so say the other player cast any spell, Lord of Pain does triple that spell's mana value to moi.
It has to target.
it has to target another player.
It is not a May ability, and I probably, if it was just down to me and one other person, would have died to my own stuff on
Wow,
board.
so if
Glorious.
like Elliot cast a spell, then we could scoop. Players can scoop at any time.
The ultimate kingmaker
We can
move.
scoop after Elliot declares the name of the spell, but before it goes on to this. Yeah. Bill, what did you think of Rendmaw?
It was pretty cool. I was pretty worried that the game was just going to go fast enough that I wouldn't be able to take advantage of Renmaw's ability. But the TSN turning point of that game absolutely was the Darksteel Citadel. Not only was it a land that I needed in order to cast the 2 spells that I had in my hand that were both gods, so they would also both trigger Rendmaw, but it itself triggered Rendmaw. So off of just playing the Darksteel Citadel and those 2 things, I made each of you 3 birds that then pressured your life totals, and I gained 9 life.
You clawed your way back into it big time.
Yeah. Like,
Although I will say, I did think you said grandma a couple times during that game.
Grandma Judah Eisen.
Yeah, the
yeah.
birds being goaded was unfortunate.
Very fortunate for me, actually.
Yeah, like I kind of mentioned, I don't know if it got cut or not, killing the lightning rager or the Rite of the Raging Storm was necessary before Jerry's turn so that I could live because he still had the fiery emancipation. But then by the time it got back around to me, I could not then kill Bill. So yeah, none of my things had trample. And yeah, like I drew all of these Darksteel mutation effects or whatever that didn't actually end up mattering in the end, instead of like a kill spell or something to potentially save myself. But yeah, that was a crazy game.
Well, I feel like Rendmaw puts so much pressure on people's life totals just because it hands out so many creatures that have to attack. But then you add Rite of the Raging Storm on top of that, which already does that. Probably
Turn
better
4, Rite of
than
Raging
Rendmaw.
Storm, baby.
Yeah,
very
I
fast.
ended the game with 1 enchantment in my graveyard, having never cast the Master of Keys.
I was thinking, I guess it wouldn't have made a huge difference, but on your last turn, I think you might have been able to tap differently to activate Hall of Heliod's Generosity and get back Kira Best the Sea God.
It puts
But
it
you
on
weren't gonna-
top though,
yeah.
So I don't live another turn.
Yeah, fair.
Yeah, I needed just a little something. I thought my TSN turning point was stealing the Fire Emancipation.
I thought so, too.
for sure I was going to win that turn. But Bill made 2 creatures, and again my Darksteel mutation and stuff doesn't get rid of the creatures, so he just doesn't take the damage.
Yeah. Well, if you want to make sure that you don't get rid of your creatures, I don't know if that was
No, I think that's good.
I give
Go
it
with
a
it.
4 out of 10. Gamegenic products are the way to do it. The protect all of your creatures, protect all of your cool cards. If you want, you can toss them in Esquire Plus like we did today, or get some sweet playmats, get some sleeves, the whole deal. Gamegenic is the way to do it. They make the best stuff in the business, and it's not close. And speaking of best in the business, Burrito Splendido, very tippy top of the Winnipeg burrito market. They stuffed us full of queso and fed the spikes today, so we love them very much as well. So I think that's going to do it for today. So stay well, stay safe, and we'll catch you in the next one.